Alrighty, guys. What's going on, everybody? Here, we're gonna get this up and running real quickly. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. But good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Glad to have y'all here. We're gonna do a bit of an update here. I know the screen's black, so just give me a second while I set something up real quickly. Give me 1 second. Almost there, y'all. But I hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and set something up real quickly. Almost there. Okay. Should be good. I'm setting something up real quickly on my end. I gotta make sure everything's going good. Hey, look, Streamception. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and post this. Okay, y'all, we are set. We are officially set. But good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good. Let me go ahead and clean my camera here. Oh my God, I just made that a lot worse. Oh boy. Off to a great start this morning, as you can tell. All right, are we good now? That looks a lot better. Okay. All right, what's up, tabletop? Hope you're doing good. Hopefully the storm curves out to sea. People are panicking. There's no reason to panic over the storm right now. There's still a lot of unknown with it. New GFS, I will definitely say, is pretty interesting. The new GFS run is a little interesting. Oh my goodness, hold on. I'm trying to prop this up good. Okay. But the new GFS is definitely went a bit of a different route in the latest. What's up, BM? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, GFS just has that storm just sitting there. Unbelievable. So I want to go ahead and tell you, this is highly unlikely to play out this way. But what is something to note, though, is that the GFS is starting to pick up on this system in terms of showing, it doing more stuff and all that. Also, the track has changed regarding the GFS model. So that is a little bit of an issue there. Here, let me zoom out. There we go. Yeah, that is a little bit of an issue there regarding the, according to this model. But there is a big change on it, though, since yesterday as we looked. ECMWF, this is the Euro. European model doesn't really have this thing doing too much. You can kind of see it has the storm kind of just remaining off the east coast of Florida. It looks like a lot of dry air gets to it, which allows for the storm to not really strengthen into anything, really. So that's good, but that's Euro's take on this. CMC model, latest run, the Zero Zulu, shows the storm just kind of hitting Florida as a tropical wave. Nothing really too crazy according to CMC. Remember, this is not an invest yet. Still not an investigation. It is a disturbance, though. It is an area that we need to watch. Here's Icon's take on it. Icon really doesn't show a whole lot happening, just a lot of rain for Florida. So that's really what we're seeing here overall. What's up, Michael? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Glad to have you here. I'm just gonna man my phone. You know what? This is it's a little difficult. But yeah. So that's what we need to be looking out there for. I'm gonna bring you all over here to the Hurricane Center's page here. We're going to take a look at the latest info on the Hurricane Center. So as of right now, they have it the same probability. New update came out around 7:30, so about a little over an hour ago. And they didn't really change much on it since yesterday. As you can see, we still have ourselves the overall medium probability of development, which gives us a 60% chance overall. So throughout the next 7 days, you can see, throughout the next week, we have a 60% chance of the storm becoming a tropical depression. It's possible. It is likely that this thing will get to depression status here However, over the next 48 hours, you can see there, over the next 2 days, we are near 0%. So we're not expecting the storm to develop over the next 2 days. So the storm's going to be, taking a little bit. Right now, it's over the Lesser Antilles out there by the Leeward Islands. Currently over there. It'll continue moving to the west here overall, which will, allow for the storm to go over areas like, Puerto Rico. Maybe they're close to Dominican Republic, Haiti. At that point in time, though, it will not be a tropical system, so there's no need to worry about that over there. But the latest, we definitely need to be watching this pretty closely for the southeastern U.S. If you're across Florida, if you're across the southeastern coast as well as the Gulf Coast, I do want you guys to be prepared in terms of watching it. There's no reason to go out right now and buy anything because it's still, it's still too early. But let me go ahead and bring up our pin here so I can draw on the screen here with y'all. Just kind of show you all. So yeah, right now there's no reason to to prepare. There's no reason to go out to the store or anything like that yet because we still don't know what it's going to do. However, I would say areas throughout here, just pay attention to it. I could probably circle that a little better. Let's just do this. How about these regions? So those are the areas we need to prepare because some models have it going into the Eastern Gulf. Others continue having it going out just off the Eastern U.S. So there is a bit of a mixed opinion right now with the models. I'm seeing, the new brand new GFS has this thing really kicking up on the west coast of Florida, which we'll go ahead and progress down in time for the people just joining here. Yeah, this is a brand new model run here that just came through. You can see how it really has the storm just picking up out there by the Panhandle. Now, this is not for sure. Now, the GFS has this thing stalling out, kind of like Harvey did. But don't let that worry you because I want to tell you this model here is, this model is all over the place right now. I mean, if we hop to the previous model run before, which would be the Zero Zulu run from yesterday evening, this model had it kind of doing the same, not staying as stationary. It seems like it's a new trend from the GFS for the storm to be going out there near the west coast of Florida. That's certainly a possibility. What's up, Ashes? Hope you're doing good. Saying thank you. Not many have been talking about it. Yeah, there's, it's not a big threat right now. Whenever it comes to it, obviously I want to be here to update you guys on it and give you all a morning update for the storm. It's something that we definitely need to watch. But it's nothing to freak out over. There's no reason to worry over this right now. All I want you guys to do, once again, is if you live out in these areas here, I want you guys to be weather aware. Just continue monitoring the weather. Subscribe if you haven't. That way you guys can, be updated with the weather. We do a lot of live streams on this channel, both in the tropics, severe weather, and all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll be here to help you out. If you all have any questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know as well. But yeah, so I just really want those areas just to watch it. There's no reason to prepare for this yet, so there's no reason to go out shopping. Preparations are not needed right now. But I do want you guys to, just watch it. Just keep an eye on the weather every day until the storm, either A, does something, or B, just doesn't do anything at all and go away. Models, they're very much all over the place right now. Matter of fact, like I said, some of the models, have it going out this way. Some models having it going out towards the west coast, just off the west coast of, almost at Africa, off the west coast of Florida. And some models have it going on the eastern coast. Some models have it getting close to Florida. Some models don't at all. So, there's just a lot that we don't know. It's still, a little early to tell what's going to end up happening with this here overall. But, it's definitely something we need to watch. Now, here's CMC. CMC model, kind of interesting. Has that tropical wave. It's hard to make out, but it's right in there. And, of course, you can see it kind of goes over Florida out there towards the western side there. And then it tracks into, just off the coast of, just off the East Coast. So this model, even though it's hard to tell, kind of has it doing this. but yeah, not really remaining, remaining fairly weak, not really even developing into anything too crazy. So that's another model. That's CMC. ECMWF, this is Euro, European model. This is a very important model. This one still has it remaining off the US East Coast. Like I said, this model in particular has the storm rolling in through a lot of dry air as it approaches, the US East Coast. All that brown is showing a lot of dry air, a lot of dry air, which is not good for storms. Obviously, you need a lot of moisture in the atmosphere to get some storms convecting. If you don't have any moisture-filled air, then you're not going to get any storms, and the storm's not going to strengthen or even sustain itself, for that matter. So Euro kind of has it, just kind of running into some problems. The eastern side should stay fairly saturated, but the western side is probably going to be quite dry, according to the Euro. But once again, we can't take this into consideration quite yet because, well, like I said, all models are all over the place. So there's not one model right now that you need to be paying attention more than the other. So it really just boils down to it's too early and it's kind of hard to tell. Icon, this is a new Icon run. This is goes up to the 5th. 06 Zulu really doesn't show a lot happening. We do have a system that develops out there in the Eastern Pacific. We're actually getting ready to get a hurricane out there on the EPAC. Shouldn't cause any big problems overall, but the one out here in the Atlantic, it's pretty quiet according to Icon. The 0 Zulu, the model run before that, showed the storm here. You can kind of see just going over, actually hitting Florida. That central circulation's right in there. So, models literally all over the place. Some models, like I said, some models have it doing this, some models have it doing that, some models have it doing this. So it's really unknown, and those areas need to be paying attention to the storm here for the next little bit. I do want to bring up the ECENS ensembles with you guys. Basically, just more model data here. So let's go ahead and bring up some ensembles. Yeah, look at that. There's a little hurricane track there. I want to let you know that the main hurricane models have not ran yet. They have not ran yet. They run once the storm becomes an investigation. It is not an invest right now. It is just a disturbance, just a tropical wave right now. We need a bit more organization if it wants to become an invest. Which I heard rumors that the hurricane hunters might be trying to go out and fly near the storm. Look at that. So there's the latest ensembles there. Most of them, now you might confuse that for the spaghetti models. No, that's just one model with a bunch of members, we call it. But this model, which is the ECENS, shows most of those members going through the Bahamas and just riding the right-hand side of Florida, just off the east coast of Florida. And then it goes up there just east of the Carolinas, according to the ECENS. That's the latest one. That's the 0 Zulu, which was initiated early last night. So that is, that's what the latest one here. We have an 06 Zulu run, which I believe we do, which we'll go ahead and run here. Yeah. No, this one's from yesterday. Okay, so yeah, we don't have the 06 out yet. We can look at GEFS. This is another set of members regarding it. This one's the let's see here. Got 18 Zulu. Let's try the 0 Zulu here. Let's see what we got going on with the 0. This is okay. So this is, I think this might be the latest one we got. Let's see here. Okay, so wow, yeah, this one's pretty interesting. Look at that. A bunch of it looks like a 2-year-old drew on a piece of paper. Just all over the place. What's up, Sean? Hope you're doing good, man. Paper Dev says, didn't 18 Zulu GFS having it Cat 4, Cat 3 landfall in Louisiana? So hopping back to GFS here. Yeah, GFS has been all over the place, man. We hopped back to 18 Zulu from last night. From yesterday, GFS had the system, doing exactly like you just said. GFS has been trending pretty weird lately. If we go to the 12 Zulu from yesterday, so this was yesterday afternoon pretty much, it had that storm just kind of, remaining a depression as they roll through the northern Gulf. Now the newest one, which is the '06 Zulu, this is the brand new run. We'll zoom into the southeast a little bit. This one has it like slamming Florida's panhandle here. And what's crazy is it has it just sitting there stalling for days, literally days. Which, like I said, this is the first model run of this. This is the first model run of this. Idea. I guarantee you, the next GFS run is going to be nothing like this. So it'll probably really change quite a bit. But yeah, the latest GFS is not like in the Gulf Coast too much. So yeah, GFS has it in the Eastern Gulf right now. European model ECMWF has it battling dry air, but remaining a depression likely off the east coast of the U.S. So two of the main models, one has it going like this, and another one has it doing this. So you can see Florida's right in the middle. So obviously I want Florida to be watching it. Florida, we're not guaranteed a big landfall. Like I said, obviously this thing could just be a rain shower, or it could be a big storm. I mean, we don't have enough information yet. So it could be just a soaking rain for Florida, or it could be just, a pretty decent tropical storm, or tropical system, I should say. Everything's still up for grabs in terms of track, intensity. We are not very clear on intensity or track with this storm. So we'll see. We'll definitely see how models continue to. We'll continue to see what the models until they, start to actually pick up on something. But for right now, it's all over the place here. What point do I think we'll know something? Says Tabletop. Honestly, who knows? I'm hoping for some agreement soon. Overall, let's see here. What's the shear like in the Gulf? It depends on what model you look at, really. Let's see here. We'll bring up the Western Atlantic here. We'll do our upper level. So we'll do our 250 to 850 millibar shear. So there's your disturbance. So it has some pretty strong, or pretty moderate wind shear in the Central Gulf. That shouldn't affect the storm. It looks like a lot of that's upper level shear from the system itself. It doesn't look like the storm's going to be battling much shear, according to GFS. Euro, on the other hand, the European model has this thing. It could have a little bit of a shear issue up there, but for the most part, yeah. So you can see right there as we approach there. According to the Euro, as it gets near the Carolinas, which once again is still not for sure, has it possibly getting some pretty strong wind shear on the western side, but. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Still far out at the moment. Yeah, we are still several days away. I mean, we're talking pretty much later this weekend is kind of when we're expecting, that the event to occur. Either late this weekend or early next week. It's possible. That's kind of when we're expecting things to be at their peak for whatever it's going to do. Let's take a quick moment here, guys. We're gonna bring up. Actually, we're gonna go to satellite view. We're gonna take a look at the storm right now. Let's go ahead and do Atlantic, and we'll do let's see, Western Atlantic here. There you go. So there's the storm right there. So yeah, if we hover to that, you can see that the storm right now is over. Sorry about my screen, y'all. I know I need to clean it. But yeah, so we have obviously the storm over the Antilles right now. And whenever it comes to the satellite view, there's a good amount of convection. It was battling a lot of dry air beforehand, kind of stunting that growth. You can see that the overall motion is northwest. You can see all the the movement there, the clouds. You can see they're moving northwest. So it is on track, and you can kind of see how once you get up there towards Florida, it looks like the steering motion is kind of in this direction. That's obviously going to change a little bit by the time we get to that point in time. But right now, that's the storm. It's just a bunch of scattered storms overall. Let me turn on water vapor. We're going to take a look at the water vapor scan here. It looks like, yeah, so you can see there's a little bit of dry air here. This darker color, that's drier air. Storms don't like that too much. It looks a little bit better than it did. I'm going to say that. It does look a little bit better. Let's hop over to, let's do this, RGB. Yeah, this really shows you. So there is still a little bit of dry air. I mean, obviously you can see the moisture-filled air is in the green and blue. The black, the dark color there, that's showing a lot of dry air. So you can see where the storms are happening. Obviously, there's a lot of moisture, but that's because the storms are convecting. But where the black is, it's showing some dry air underneath. So it is still dealing with a little bit of dry air. It's holding in though. You can see there's a lot of thunderstorm activity with it overall. So like I said, when it comes to it, she's trying. And it's going to take a little bit for the system to do what it's going to do, but it's just going to continue gradually, slowly moving to the northwest over the next couple of days, and we'll keep you posted on that. Once again, like I said, the hurricane models, they haven't ran yet, so we don't have any information on that. No recon missions on it right now. Like I said, I heard a rumor that they might try to do a plane mission tomorrow. So we'll see. I heard that. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. I heard it was supposed to be Wednesday, but I think they canceled it, which today's Wednesday. Wait, is today Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So, we'll see. And obviously, that'll give us some good information and stuff like that if we can, get a bird out there to track it and do some drop son data and all that stuff. So anyways, what's up, Calvin? Hope you're doing good. Good morning, Andrew. Got to AT&T 5. Nice. Good. Hopefully it treats you well. But yeah, so once again, this is latest GFS, y'all. GFS has this thing just sitting there over the Panhandle, Florida for literally a couple days. Let's see here. So it approaches the Panhandle on the 5th. This is the 7th. This is the 8th. Oh my gosh, that's the 9th. What did I say, from the 5th to the 9th? Yeah, GFS has this hurricane sitting on the Panhandle from the 5th to the 9th. That, my friends, I'm going to tell you now, that is not going to happen. That is just simply not going to happen. That's just GFS being GFS. That's just crazy model it is. But yeah, so don't let that worry you. Whenever it comes to the previous run, the Zero Zulu, this is the previous model run, it has a similar possibility. Not staying there as long, but it has that general area being impacted by the storm. So, who knows? We'll have to see. And of course, like I said, European model has this thing just not even really doing much, just a low off the east coast of Florida instead of the west coast of Florida. So yeah, that's really all we know about right now, y'all. Really not a whole lot of information available. We're still not sure on the track. We're still not sure on the strength either. It's kind of a gamble right now. It's up for grabs. Once we finally start getting some model agreement, we'll be here to let you know. And so if you haven't already, consider subscribing, guys. It'd be greatly appreciated. That way you guys can stay weather aware. We don't just do YouTube short live streams. I typically do on my main setup, but just wanted to get a quick update with you guys and just get that information out there. And like I said, right now it's pretty much unknown what's going to happen. Another thing I do want to show you all before we do head off here. I do want to bring up the outlook for today. We do have a severe weather threat today. We got a big old enhanced. Got a 2% chance for tornadoes, so a couple tornadoes are possible out in the dark green areas for Nebraska, South Dakota, portions of Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. Possibility for a couple tornadoes in this area. We're not expecting any violent tornadoes today, thankfully. So just a couple spin-up tornadoes possible. Damaging winds, that's a big problem for the day out there, especially in the Midwest. Out there by Iowa and southwestern Minnesota, eastern South Dakota, and eastern Nebraska. Got a 30% chance for damaging winds capable of producing some gusts over 70 miles an hour. So we're talking some real big wind gusts out there for today. Big problem for those areas in that netted area. 30% chance probability in the red. You obviously got yourself a yellow 15% chance and a brown 5% chance. So Across these areas that's not in that dashed area, so you can see there's this dashed region, these areas are expecting those winds to be between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Meanwhile, these areas are expected to be basically 70 plus overall. Now, hail, we got a significant hail threat today out there towards South Dakota, portions up there in Minnesota, as well as Nebraska. Possibility for some large hail out here, potentially 2 inches in diameter and larger. That's larger than golf ball size hail is expected for today. So yeah, big storms is expected today. Thankfully, not much of a tornado threat, more of a straight line wind threat, and some hail up there in the plains. Yeah, so it's mostly a wind threat throughout, portions of the Midwest, and hail threat for the Central Plains, kind of central northern plains out there, over the Midwest. But I'm not going to do coverage today, honestly. I was thinking about it, but if this was a greater tornado probability, if we had like a 10% or something like that on it, I would definitely go live for. But since we don't have a big tornado threat today, and it's just a wind threat, just be weather aware. And if you're across Iowa, southwestern Minnesota, eastern portions of South Dakota, and eastern Nebraska, just be weather aware. We are expecting some really strong storms, so you got to keep an eye on the radar out there, guys. And obviously, if you see a storm coming, go indoors. Honestly, stay away from windows. These are the type of storms that could cause some, down trees, down power lines. So just make sure you're ready for that out in those regions, because we're going to get some real strong winds out there today. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on there. What's up, Cher? Hope you're doing good. Say I'm driving to Texas, leaving on the 8th to Tampa for a cruise on the 10th. Hopefully it stays away. Hopefully it does. Hopefully Saharan dust suppresses any tropical developments because Sid's barrel made landfall. I got anxiety. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we did have a big surge of dust that recently went over the Atlantic, and I'm pretty sure that's calming down a bit. I haven't looked at cams in a while. I'll have to look at that. Let's see here. Stuck under the heat dome. Yeah, it's been pretty warm in Florida too, but that's just typical seasonal activity. This is normal for us. Steven says my part of Kentucky is in yellow, the graphic. Gotcha. So yeah, Steven, watch out for some gusty winds between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts being possible. Ashes says thanks for the update. You're very welcome. Boost Traveler says today and tomorrow could have a tornado or two, but tomorrow low pressure will be sitting over the western Great Lakes. Storm-produced supercells could cause a couple strong tornadoes. So tomorrow's event, we got a slight risk. We got a 2% chance out there in Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa. As of now, nothing big, nothing significant on hail or winds or tornadoes. Tomorrow's main threat looks like winds again, non-significant winds, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Let me actually bring up the models. Let's take a quick peek at the models here. Why don't we? That way we can take a look and just kind of see what's going on here. We'll bring up the HRRR. You're welcome, Steven. No problem, man. No problem at all. So yeah, once again, today's main threat out there. Let's see here. Let me bring this up real quickly, y'all. Here. Let me just pull this up. Okay. So SPC, we got ourselves, the main threats over across Iowa, southwest Minnesota, eastern portions of South Dakota today. So basically this area here. We work way down in time here, and yeah, look at that. Wow, big old wind event there, it looks like. So storms are going to start firing off here around 18 Zulu. Let's see here. So that would be 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe. That'd be 1 o'clock Central. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, roughly around 1 o'clock is whenever storms are going to start firing off. So basically early afternoon, going through the evening, and just really developing into this long MCS. Or just kind of a big squall almost of storms there, which is going to be creating that wind threat overall. So that's kind of a bit of a problem. Instability, overall thunderstorm fuel. We got a lot of energy out there. Look at that. Models are showing over 4,000 joules per kilogram. That is a lot of energy in the atmosphere. Definitely no problems there. Storm is going to have a lot of fuel to work with. In terms of winds, got a little bit of northeasterlies here. Fairly weak lower level winds is going to contribute to some weaker tornadic activity. Not really expecting any strong tornadoes. However, a couple of tornadoes can't be ruled out across Iowa. We're talking about a 25, maybe upwards of 30 knot lower level jet. Majority of it's 20 knots, though. That will keep things pretty low. We're not expecting any like violent tornadoes today. No tornado outbreak or anything like that. Helicity values are fairly low as well. You know, ranging between like 150 to 250, which is kind of on the lower side. So that will contribute to some weak tornadoes, brief tornadoes. Weak and brief, so that's good. So there will be the potential for a couple, of course, you know, because we do have that supporting lower level jet for a couple spin ups. Mid-level shear, not really anything too impressive. So yeah, that just comes back to damaging winds being the main problem. Once again, 70 plus mile per hour wind gusts are possible. So if you're out in these areas here, just please, if you have a storm coming in, make sure you stay away from windows. And if you have anything loose outside, if y'all are in this region, if you have anything loose outdoors, make sure that you bring it inside. Do that now if you could, before you go to work or whatever. That way you guys can just make sure that, you know, nothing gets flown around, you know, because obviously with big storms like this, you can get those, you know, those storms can really blow some things around here. And like I said, we're going to start to have these storms. They're going to start off in the afternoon out there towards South Dakota. They're not going to really start moving into Minnesota until like, you know, pretty much evening, kind of like, you know, late afternoon, early evening. You know, because this is not until, this is 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, so this is 6, 5, 4. So yeah, kind of late afternoon, so right around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern is whenever this thing, 4 or 5 p.m. Central, local time here is whenever those storms are going to start rolling through like Minnesota and Iowa. And of course, you know, at this point in time, overnight, we're pushing 10 o'clock p.m. on this frame here, so this is 10 o'clock p.m. local. And you can see a big old MCS here, just a big cluster of storms. And that's going to create that damaging wind concern that we're talking possibly 70 plus mile an hour wind gusts. So that is an issue. That is a big issue. So we'll have to, you know, just keep a close eye out there, and we'll keep y'all prepared or keep y'all updated with that. So like I said, I'm gonna think about doing coverage tonight. If I'm awake, I will certainly do coverage for you guys tonight. So we'll see. If I'm gonna do coverage, it's gonna be late, okay? So it's gonna be late coverage if I do end up doing it. Like I said, you know, if this had a greater tornado probability, I would 100% say, yeah, we're gonna be live. But since there's a really low tornado probs, it's just winds for the most part, you know, we're probably more than likely not gonna stream this event. But, you know, if everything works out and I can stream for it, then I might do it later on this evening, okay? So it's a maybe. It's a maybe. But anyways, you guys, well, that's just a quick little update. Once again, for the people just joining. In the tropics, we have a area that we're watching. Basically, the summary is that models are still all over the place. We're not sure on where it's going to go, really. It seems like there's a little bit more support, again, of it going to the Eastern Gulf. Beforehand, it seemed like it was pretty dominant off the U.S. East Coast. It seems like there's a little bit more support from some of the models going to the west here, so that's still a possibility. In terms of strength, we really don't know. You know, some models are ranging from a depression, barely even an organized low, to a full-on hurricane. So, yeah, who knows? Honestly, who knows right now? Once again, this is still this is not an investigation. This is a disturbance. So the main hurricane models have not ran yet. Whenever we get a little bit more organization on the storm, then that's probably when we're going to start to see those hurricane models and all that fun stuff start to come through. Okay. But all right, guys, well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you haven't already, and consider subscribing. That way you guys can stay posted, stay weather aware out there. Maybe if you guys could share this, that's what I want you all to do today. If you guys could maybe share this live stream or share this channel to 1 or 2 people, just to help spread the word and tell them to subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. That way that they can stay up to date as much as you guys can as well. So overall, it'll help us out a bunch. If you guys could, that'd be much appreciated. And alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Like I said, we'll try to come back on later tonight. We'll see. And we'll keep y'all updated on everything. But all right. Once again, everybody, thanks for joining. And we'll see ya in the next one. See you later, guys. Take care.